Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yo, bros, how you lot doing, yeah? Do you know, I always keep hearing something, yeah? Like, firstly, innit, you always start things in the name of God, innit, before you're gonna talk about anything, anyway. But yeah, Bismillah. So, what I was getting at is that, see, nowadays, yeah, I always hear this, yeah, innit? People, like, talk about beliefs in Africa that half of them ain't never been to Africa. So you can't talk about something where you've never been. Like, it's greatness. Like, Africa's the most beautiful place, isn't it? But see the things that we used to worship pre when we was ignorant, and when we didn't know better. Because you know, every civilization that you see, they've had their period where there was, for you to be great, you have to fall in it. You have to make mistakes in it. So Africa's a beautiful place. People share, it's safe. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's mad fruits, it's mad beautiful, all that. Do you get me? But the things that we used to worship pre-Islam, if you ask bare African, because always like you always look at the remnants of what's there in it. So where I come from, they've inherited Islam in it, but still you have people that don't know any better, and they will dabble in certain things that God has forbidden anyway. You get what I'm saying? So what I mean is, like, they would take their culture and the remnants of what was there before, and a lot of the, like, I'm a man who talks to a lot of old men to like, try and find out what's good, like, and what I got from them is, like, when they started to explain these tribes and things that they did, like, there was one, I think it was the Serer, may Allah forgive me if I said anything wrong, but I think that there was a tribe that used to put their spares and test God. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, ignorance, like, and they used to just do bad things, I think, get drunks and just fornicate, you get what I'm saying? So I'm not sure which one of them it is. So if I said the wrong name of whatever, you get me? That's my misunderstanding. But lot of it is pre-ignorant. So even when you look at if something's missing from as a little you see man trying to call some judge man to come tell you who's taking it. You get me? And like, it normally points to who took it. So people like will believe in those things. Now, from when I was a kid, I'm coming from a Muslim family. Like, they're not on that, but they are. Do you understand? Because what they teach you from a little kid is that Allah is everything, and Allah is your protector. Allah, you don't need nothing. You only need Allah. So as a little kid, they'll bring you these amulets, these belts, and inside of the little pouches, the leather pouches, yeah, it's called tere or whatever they call it. But inside the leather pouches, you normally see there will be writings and stuff inside of it. But like, you're not supposed to open it if you're not spiritually strong. But those things is only curses, because the Prophet never did none of that. Do you understand? As a Muslim, but these people will write Allah and do some mad things. There was one where the man had his hand up, leg up, and underneath his leg there was Allah. And as a Muslim, so what's that representing? Someone stamping on Allah's name. Astaghfirullah. Do you get me? So see, these people, they just fool you. So what I'm trying to tell you, as a little youth, they told us, look, God is everything. So me, I'm always on to that. So when they used to give me these tere, I'll be like, why do I need this? Like, they'll be like, this protects you. God, it's God that protects you through this amulet. So as a little kid, I was very fast, lose things, very careless. So I was like, that don't make sense. So the day that I don't have it, God's not gonna be with me. Nah, I don't believe that. We was little kids, swim, could dive in some dangerous waters, and do you understand? We just do whatever we wanted to do. You get me? So when we left home, we've gone in the bushes. We're going to see whatever adventures we're gonna do. So I always used to think, rare, like, I'm mad forgetful, so if I forget this, then God's not gonna be with me. That don't make sense. Man, don't deal with that. So me and my brother, we made a pact that we don't deal with none of that. So like my dad, he's proper Muslim. He's not a man that's gonna go take you to no judge, man. But when you check what they're on, those protection things, it's a bid'ah. It has no place in Islam. It's ignorant. It's worshipping some next thing, and it's bare karma and mad energy that you don't need. You just need to believe in God. Anything that comes, believe in God, innit? It's your faith, whatever good or bad, it's God. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is that I remember one time I'm in a dance, and like, I know the truth in it. So when I'm in a dance, I'm not even feeling the vibe. Co-op, bare haram, man's getting drunk, people getting killed, people having accidents. It's just mad, innit? We come out to have fun, but it wasn't fun after a while. So certain times I can't get drunk. I'm too sober. You know, one day my mind's too sober. So I'm like, I'll be conscious in it, and even in a mad place like a dance. I remember one time, yeah, I was warning one of my brethren because my other brethren confessed to me that, yo, he's doing judge, innit? And everyone knew he done some money spray or whatever, and he had whips and whatnot. But he only confessed to me because I knew how to work him to tell me, like, yo, blood, did you really do a judge thing? Like, but he would confess to me because as a little youth at one stage, you know, like I said, the family, they'll give you these things, but I don't, man, ain't dealing with that, man, throw it away or whatnot. So I kept losing all of that. I never believed in it anyway. So he confessed to me because he seen me scared him as a little you know what I mean? I was only scared of him. I didn't have no belief, and I was like, yeah, man, look at this, this is supposed to be different, but I had no belief in it. God knows, because I've never sat down and done no pack or nothing. But this he actually did. So when I said to him, so what happened? Cause we used to roll as a little you. He was my young guy, and he rated me highly. So he was like, bro, he did do a money spray. He went to the judge woman, and she pulled that hair out of his belly and firewood. I was like, what? What do you mean wood? He was like, blood. He pulled out a piece of wood. Anyway, he told him he could shot weed, but don't shot work. And when he shot work, she did get bitten. Do you get me? So those things, they only have a likeness. It doesn't mean nothing, but you're not supposed to put yourself and go sacrifice something or give something. Why? Just believe in God, and whatever's supposed to happen will happen, innit? This is what Islam teaches us. But see, this guy, I remember after, I think he took his shahada and converted and all that, and he went broke, and we man, like, but he was still alright. But he, after he knew what he'd done, I was just like, bro, you need to repent. Cause see me, I never went to ask for nothing. My dad forced that on us, and I never liked it. Do you get me? So I've never sat down or nothing. And with them, they don't get it. It has levels. There's certain levels where they try to hide it inside the deen, like, oh, this just protects you. There's special words, that special protection that's it written inside of them. And when you open them, sometimes you see Arabic, but sometimes it's got curses. It's cursing God, but they don't know that. They just believe in, like Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, do not be like those Jews and Christians who take their scribes and their laws, their scribes and their priests as lords. Like, yeah, anything your priest tell you, you're like, yeah, tell you, yeah, write this paper, but the Prophet never did it. Wear this belt, but the Prophet never even dealt with people who had those things. Do you understand? Like, there was 9 people that came to give bayah to the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He took 8 of theirs and he rejected one. When they asked him, like, that was like their pledge of allegiance, innit? To him, that they believe in him and he's their leader, innit? So he took 9 of them and he never took one. So why would he do that? Do you understand? Because he knew this guy's wearing a belt is all believing in jinns and going and doing sacrifices that has no place in Islam. You understand? So yeah, like, going back to this thing, even I've had my little run-ins. Do you understand? Like, there was a youth that I got robbed. Like a big man nearly chopped my neck for my chain, so I robbed some next youth for his bigger chain. Like, you know, ego boost, like rare, the big man done me dirty, but I'ma do a next nigga dirty, you understand? So I took some big ass chain, like way bigger than mine, like heavier, everything, off a next youth that used to try compare with me, innit? But this youth was Nigerian, innit? He come from like one of them fat households where they do them that they're doing that shit. Cause I used to work brain, like find out if his family's on that, and he used to be like, he used to kind of show me, yeah, he used to show me, yeah, that he was on that, like their family's on that. Anyway, I remember when I robbed his chain, they try rush me and him and his older brother, like big man, try come kidnap me, and like, it was nuts, innit? I was drunk, jumped in the car, stopped fighting them. Do you understand? But anyway, I got away, but they had my jacket and that. So obviously, like the you he does judge in it. So obviously he done judge on me in it. Things was going wrong, but I'm bucking it. I bucked his brother, got my little revenge, punched him in his face. You get me? The older brother, like him, man caught his cousin, stabbed him. Do you get me? I waited for him at a dance, and my little hitman's not even doing what he's supposed to do. Like when the youths come out, and this youth begging me, saying that yo, he's gonna do the thing. You get what I'm saying? So, like when the youth come out, it's like nothing. It's like he's gone frozen. Do you get me? So this youth, everyone knew he was working with something. You understand? The man then ran him over with the car and reversed over him, and he got up and ran. Do you understand? And it was just bare mad things, innit? But like I remember when I went Africa, because they rushed me. They came college to rush me, innit? And I remember there was one you in it. He tried bad me up with his gun. Like I grabbed him and whipped out my knife. She was shaking. You understand? Everyone knows who he is anyway. But anyway, my man, my man, and this you had beef, and then they called their backup, and they were virgins. They're olders, isn't it? So they had to be virgins. But so while they were like, you lot are virgins now, like chill out, innit? So they must have found a common enemy in it, because the other bad you, I'm going college, and this you, all I asked was for a Rizla first day of college, and this you standing outside Hendon College telling man like, where you from? Like I got cousins over here, but he's never seen me from around here. But I was like, what do you mean where I'm from? Where you see me is where I'm from. You get me? But then he tried to show me his thing in it, like his machine blood. As soon as he showed me his machine, like, I just grabbed him, bare hug, woof, whipped out the big shank, put it on his neck, like saying, what you saying? But then obviously he's screaming over for my brethren, my cousins come, we're standing outside the college gates, camera, you get me? So like I thought about it, like, you know what, this you's not even worth it. Do you get me? So that you and the other you who I robbed his chain and his brother were having madness, they decided to rush me one time. I'll never forget it. Man's in Jeep in Barnet College, you get me? And the cars pull up. But the day the cars pull up, I lost my keys and had to bully the estate for my keys and like looking for the car thieves and running into random yards. And so when I got the key, I went college. And this the you who I grabbed up with the knife became my brethren, and commando and look at little things, innit? So I was like, it don't matter. My brethren was like, that's the you grabbed up with the knife, innit? Because man was too hype and fast, so I didn't even remember who he was. You get me? But I was like, that's a long time. Like he's my brethren now. Like let's roll. You get me? It's nothing. We all come college. Anyway, man's a positive you, innit? So I'm not gonna even watch no negative or even talk about him. So I remember this you, what he was begging it when he sees me, Mackie, you get me? So he's jumped in my car with his brother and the next you get me? And I remember when they set me up, you get me? That was the talk, innit? So anyway, the car skirted up, the next you who I was beefing, the Juju you, pulled up. So when he's pulled up, man like me is I've jumped out the car, like what? Da, da, da. You know, like saw it, and man them know what we always say. Like, you get me? Man said that to him and punched him. As soon as I punched him, bruv, something grabbed me and there was no one behind me. But I always told the man them that, you get me, like something grabbed me, and all I know is that like I can't move. Man's hitting me, but I can't feel it. But I just punched the suit. Like I gave him a good one. Do you get me? I jumped out. I moved to both of them. I punched the U in the face, and the thing, and something was behind me. And how can there be anything behind me? I just jumped out the car and ran to the U. Do you get me? So while this thing's got me, they're beating me up, but I can't feel nothing. The only scar I have to prove is here. I got a scar there. That's the only thing. No face swollen, no nothing. Do you get me? I did it when they was hitting me. I felt like something was over me and they were hitting that. Like, do you get me? So I was like, this is weird. Like, I've never been rushed like this. So anyway, I was telling the man them, yo, these youths are doing juju. My brother's like, nah, man, you got rushed. Just take it like that. You've never been rushed. I was like, nah, blood. Something was grabbing me and there was no one behind. Because when the security ran to break the thing, they ran into their car and drove off. And the thing was still, I was still fighting with the thing, you get me? I was still giving it a go for his money, you get me? Like, I realized, like, who's that? You get me? You know, strong youths, we're pressing down, lifting up, you get me? So I'm doing my thing, and all I remember is when their car reached the crossroad, the thing let me go. And people know crossroads, people put stuff there, magic and that, you get me? And so I was thinking, rare. That's why when I went Africa, like, I was like, man, I'm beefing some juju, you get me? So I remember being with my dad, yeah, and man went to see a sheikh, like a normal Muslim man sitting in a mat with a Quran. Like, you don't even think, like I said, they get food differently. They don't think, they're not doing none of that. So anyway, he was like, he asked man a question, like, everything all right in England? And I was like, yeah, but I got beef. I've never said that. You would get, like, African parents, they'll hold you back for saying that you're not coming back to England. So that's like signing it for you. Why did I just speak the truth? I was like, what? Even I shot myself, you get me? I was like, nah, I got beef. But subliminally, I was a little youth thinking, right, these youths are working juju, you know? I think I need some, do you get me? But when I was going there, I asked God 3 questions. Is this true? Is this from you? And is it halal? Is it like, is it permissible? See, when I went there, because when I went there, I remember some youth that used to do judge all the time tried to make man do it. And I was like, Vlad, what do you mean? He was trapping girls, but he was trying to trap me because I came and had the gal them, like the paintings round the block, all of them I scooped all 6, yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? So he was trying to do judge on me because he liked one of the girls, but he was trying to say we was gambling, and he was like, when I was winning their money, I was giving it back. You get me? But he was like, "Oh, I can make you did it." I was like, "What do you mean? I got all the gal them anyway." Like, I was pretending I don't believe in that shit when I knew what I've just come through in England, innit? But I'm not saying nothing to them. I remember he there was a football game and this youth done some he took out the other side's judge because he does it, so he knew what to look for. See, when he done that, everyone from my ends was falling, fainting. Do you get me? Like, I don't go watch football games. I'm not like that focused on football. So True, the man them kept telling me the magic exists. I was like, nah, man, shut up, man. That don't exist. I was pretending, you get me, but I now believe it, you get me. So they called me to come like see what I go on, bro. Like, I come and I see my girl. She's fitting, foaming, like something's in their body, spinning them in different ways. A little girl, we had to hold her down. Like, bare people started doing some mad shit that went to the game. Then this youth appeared, the youth who took out the judge. And because he was doing judge on me, it was weird, innit? Like, he came and said sorry and then fell down backwards, got up and started, like, it's like something's in his body. I could see his throat going in and out and you can't see no fingers. I was like, yo. Then some next judge you come with some water and leaves and started hitting them with it. Do you get me? He's supposed to be a righteous one, but God knows he's dodgy too. You get me? So, Like, but because he's saying the right things, I don't know what they're leaving. People are normal now. So when I've come back to England, I've had that belt. So I remember one time, yeah, when man, remember this. Remember when Sean tried to run me down, didn't it? Sean tried to run me down because we easy boxed him and did that in the front line, didn't it? You remember? So I remember I lost the thing for 5 years. I came back to England with it, but I lost it. But this time my brother took it because he knew what it was in it. This one was different and he rated it. But I was like, rare. I don't know in it, but with the first day I wore it, people gonna say rare. This guy is talking a lot of madness. But first day I wore it, I fell down. I went to see my cousin and they weren't in the yard. So I climbed the next door yard, innit? In Africa, man just jump on the wall, innit? Fly like to the next door neighbor. Imagine this time I slipped head down in an alleyway. And if you know the air conditioner pillar, yeah, it's the extended one, so it's a tight squeeze, and I'm coming down. So obviously my face is coming to the edge of the thing in it. It's gonna smash my face, and I was dead, innit? It's gonna break my neck, smash half of my face. I was gone, innit? So while I'm falling, I've gone to block my face and my neck. So I've gone to put my hand like there, innit? Because I'm coming down to the thing. So at least if I'm coming down that way, but I knew my waist. Do you get me? But anyway, so I tried to shield my mouth and my thing like that and go down. And the thing wouldn't let me. Something wouldn't let me. Because as soon as I slipped, I went to block. And the thing held me. I said, oh my God, I'm dead. But then when I'm supposed to smash my face, something's got me levitating in the air. Now, man could say I'm talking rubbish, but anyway, certain man could relate to the next facts I'm coming back with. So that's the first day they've given it to me in Africa while I'm on the same holiday, you know. So I'm saying, yo, it is true. I lifted up my shirt and looked at this thing. I said, God answered my question. It is true. It does work. But is it from you now? Do you understand what I'm saying? But I remember when God just showed me like, this ain't from me. When I came back, I got the knowledge from the dean that this is nothing to do with him anyway, yeah? But remember, because I'm young, your parents could sway you and all that, but you got your own mind not to believe in what a next man's on, innit? So I remember in Rafts, Sean tried to run man down, innit? Yeah, man, them remember that R.I.P. Sean, innit? You get me? He does his thing, innit? You get me? Come round badding them up, car. D-Dan, rest in peace, D-Dan as well. D-Dan punched him up and I tried to stop them. And I remember he went and come back with his man them and they were like asking the man them, are you not involved? Are you not involved? But man was saying, nah, they're not involved. They asked me, I'm not gonna lie, you're not God. Do you get me? Of course, you know what? I was stopping you lot fighting because we know everybody here knows him. So they was like, what? I was like, what? So you know me, I go into my rage as well. So they must have thought this is too much. Let's go get our straps, innit? So I'm going home. They try scaring me, like, but I'm walking to the back of the club, yeah, in Rafts, yeah. I'm walking home to the back, yeah, and imagine the car skidded. But as soon as I heard that, my mind said, whoa. I just kept walking. And when I bust the corner, I ran. Then I started walking again. And like I strided and I started walking again. I'm listening out for their footsteps. Yo, these youths came. He came like a G unit. Remember them days when G Unit was out? He had the hat backwards, vest, long dotty. He ran up to me. I've turned like with my hands in my jacket like I got the thing, yeah. So I've turned around and he's gone to beat it, but he's just frozen. It's like, this guy's not moving. He's frozen. You get what I'm saying? Like, I was baffed myself. You get me? Baffed. But like I was saying, gonna have to finish up part 2. But yeah, like they weren't moving. So after I got knowledge that this is not from Allah, the man dashed about in the river. You get me? So man have to know that this them thing there, Africa and all that mystic is just believing in man and all that, and whoever believes in a man has disbelieved in God, and whoever thinks that God could tell him his future, anything, help him, save him from dying, it's just not your time. When man's time's up, is your time, innit? That's what God said, innit? So even you could go believe in these people, they could disappear in front of you, all that. Do you understand? After I know this ain't not from Allah. Do you understand? And when I've thrown that away, I've even had more miracles than seeing that, believing in God, calling His name when I'm in anything. Do you understand? Sorry, people, I gotta go. Innit? Assalamu alaikum.